What's going on, everybody? Nova's coming back with another video. So we're going to be doing a video on my PC setup. I've gotten a couple requests to basically look at my setup, basically what kind of specs I have and what games I play, basically how everything looks inside the room. If you guys would like, I can drop a link for all of everything, or sorry. If you guys would like, I could drop a link for all of my specs inside of my PC. That'll be done by PC Part Picker. So I'll go ahead and drop a link. It'll have my entire build, everything listed that's inside of it. And then I'll go ahead and link all the stuff that I got from Amazon, including the monitor mount, where I got my monitors, my keyboard, mouse, my Astros, all of that stuff I'll be linking down in the description. That way you guys can take a look at some of those items and basically just get an idea of what you guys would be looking at if you were interested in some of this. So therefore, saying that, we'll go ahead and get started and get right into it. Basically, just starting off, we have two monitors. One is a BenQ monitor, and the other one is a brand new Dell monitor I just purchased about 2 months ago. Basically a little bit of an upgrade for my setup. You'll see here that my keyboard, my mouse, my PS4 controller, which I do have a scuff on the way. You'll see my mix amp in position. And sorry if you guys can see my cables and stuff. I'm working on my cable management, trying to get better at it. And then on the left-hand side here, go ahead and just transition over so you guys can look at that. So there's my microphone, and then you'll see my headphones for my Astros as well. Then we'll go ahead and just turn back this way, and we'll go ahead and tilt up real quick. And you'll see my ring light included inside the setup, so everything is right there. But yes, it is a BenQ 4K monitor, and then the Dell monitor is a 1440p monitor. I love it. It is an amazing monitor. Highly recommend, but it might be a little bit pricey for those who are on a budget. As far as the keyboard, it is a budget keyboard, and my mouse is also somewhat on the cheaper end of a mouse. All right, so this is my tower. As you see, I'm a big fan of the color red, and personally black and white. It's the same color as my Subaru. As you saw today, I'm rocking a Tuner Colt Subaru shirt. I'm a big fan of WRXs and STIs, and I personally drive one. It's been a dream car of mine since I was a child, and now I own a white, black, and red one, so this is the exact same setup. Basically, it's just to mimic my car. Inside there, you'll see the AMD Wraith cooler. I plan on upgrading my cooler, my CPU cooler at some point. I'm just not really sure when. Basically just kind of balling on a budget right now, so we're gonna figure that out as we go. This is also a tower I built myself personally, so everything that's put in there was put in by me. With that being said, I have a GeForce RTX 2070. I was gonna get a 2060 Super, but I figured what was the extra $40 for an upgrade? So everyone pretty much convinced me that I should just go ahead and upgrade. It wouldn't be a bad idea, so I went ahead and did that as well, upgraded that. And then you can also see the ASRock X570 Taichi motherboard. So this motherboard has been an awesome motherboard for its price. It pretty much does everything that I need it to do and then some. And the only thing that pretty much wasn't offered for it was the 2.5 gigabit LAN port, which it still has a 1 gigabit LAN port, which is still very useful. I don't myself have the best internet or ISP in my area, internet service provider, so it didn't make sense to basically go for a pricier motherboard. This motherboard ran me about $300 for its features, and honestly, it has been a great motherboard to me, and I would definitely recommend this to someone else. It also does have a Wi-Fi adapter, which you can go ahead and attach. I don't have it personally attached. I've always been an Ethernet person. And then I use DisplayPort cables for all of my hookups to my monitors. I think it operates better. Plus I have the ability to do G-Sync on my new Dell monitor, so that has been amazing. My RTX 2070 was made by Asus. I'm not sure exactly how you would pronounce it, but it's the ROG Strix version. I also have 3 fans in there, 2 white ones just to kind of brighten it up a little bit inside of there. I didn't really go for the RGB ones. They're a little bit pricier, and again, not really in my budget, but I made it work for everything I had. For my audio, I am using, which it was a built-in feature of my motherboard, it's the digital output audio for the Astros, which was definitely a nice feature to have as well. I had the same thing on my PS4 Pro, so then whenever I eventually made the move, I wanted to still have the capability to use the fiber optic cable for the audio. I personally think it sounds a lot better. For my RAM, it was made by G-Scale Trident. They are pretty good for their price point. If I had to do it again, I think I would buy a different set. but for right now, they are definitely doing the job and then some. And then for my power supply, I went with the RM750 by Corsair. I went ahead and purchased it from the manufacturer directly, mainly because it was cheaper to actually get it from them rather than going around and actually getting it from a different website such as Amazon or Newegg, which we'll talk about Newegg for PC parts. They have really good pricing on some of their products and will definitely end up being the better option. On PC Part Picker though, it will tell you which places are offering the cheapest prices for some of the items that are there. So they definitely try to help you save money where you can, which is a really nice feature as well. My mid tower, it's a ATX, micro ATX, pretty much hits all of the form factors for the motherboards. The case is made by Fractal, so Fractal Designs. This case probably ran me about $90, so it's a really nice case. It fits everything perfectly. I just had to double check for my GPU, just to make sure it was a perfect length enough to fit in there with my other fans. So just make sure you check those compatibilities, because on PC Part Picker it doesn't really go into depth about length or fan size. It'll just say a note basically that you should be careful. So make sure you double check for GPU size and also your fan size, and then what size the case supports. So you want to have to double check and just make sure. Another thing to also double check and make sure is your RAM is compatible with your motherboard. There are some RAM out there that are not compatible for their RGB features, so such as this one, I have to run 2 or 3 different programs. It sounds kind of weird, but I have to run 2 programs in order to get the RAM to be the color that I want it to be. In this case, it is red. It kind of looks orange on camera, but I promise it is 110% red. Another thing I recommend is these zip tie bundles. I'll go ahead and grab some right here real quick just to show you. So they're not necessarily zip ties, but they're Velcro. See if I can get them to focus on the camera. Show them here. Yeah, so this would be it right here. These you can pick up for 2 sets. They're bigger than this when you first get them. They're fairly cheap. They're perforated. So whenever you go ahead to peel them off, all you have to do is just basically pull. Struggling a little bit there. And once you pull them off, they have these little places where you can slide it in and then secure it down. And they'll probably run you about $3 for a pack of 2 of these. So they come in a really big bundle, and then you can use them for your cable management, which I know it kind of looks poor. I tried my best with what I had, but I have some of these things bundled up. As you can see, I put some L's in some of the cables so that way they go up in a nice little shape. And then for the other cables, I kind of ran them through the bottom or the side leg of there. And then we'll slide back here just a little bit. And as you can see, there is a pull-out drawer right up here. It can kind of come out in and out as it pleases. There's a couple of other features of this desk that I removed, such as a CD tray. It also had a charger stand, basically where you can put stuff onto it and let stuff charge. So also we have a ring light right here. I won't turn it onto the camera, that way I don't blind you guys on here. But I was able to pick up this ring light from Best Buy for about $55. I think it was on sale whenever I purchased it. It has nice features such as just this true pure white, a warmer like yellow whitish, and then it gets even warmer than that. So there's 3 different colors that come to it, but definitely a really nice feature of it. You can dim it lower and brighter depending on how you want it. This has definitely been a nice little upgrade for my stream room, and then also basically just shining more light on my face so that way it wasn't so dark in here, because I would turn the light out mainly because I can't play with that top light on. All right, so this is a little bit different for me. I'm just kind of holding like I'm vlogging almost, but we can talk about my little trinkets I have in the back. That way you guys can take a look at basically who I am, where I came from, just that kind of thing. It's a little bit of pieces of my Marine Corps career behind me, so it's something that I'm very passionate about, and then I'm just gonna share that with you guys real quick. All right, so real quick, this is just a nice little RGB Marine Corps thing that my Uncle Dean made for me. It was a really nice gift that I got. I didn't think I was really gonna use it until I started my office little stream room, and then I figured it would look great in here, and so far it's done me well. It has a bunch of like little features. You can change the colors and everything. All right, right here is just one of the last things I received. It was for my last unit. Basically just talking about what I did, who I was back in my last unit, yada yada. So that is that. Right here is one of my boot camp photos. So I was in Bravo Company 1st Battalion. So I was 1025, also known as the Booger Platoon. But I am right there. So that would be me sticking my neck out like a giraffe. So that was me and my little time that I had there
at boot camp.
All right, everybody, so that will conclude everything that's gonna be for this video of my PC setup. If there's any stuff in here that you'd like to see more of, just go ahead and let me know. Drop a comment in there, just let me know what you wanna see or how it works, and I can tell you guys, explain, go into depth detail. Whatever you guys need or want, I'm here for that. I can help you guys start your own setup if you wanna do the same thing, or if you want help for your PC, I can also give you that help that you need as well. I won't be able to answer every question, but I will be able to get you the answers that you do need, so I will find somebody else that can help you. That way that information is there for you guys to have. So whatever you need, I'm here for you, and if I can't figure it out, I will get it to you. I promise, I swear. All right, last thing, I will drop a link to all of these items that are included in this room, such as my PC specs, my monitors, all of that stuff, etc. If you guys were interested in buying something like that or wanted to look at something, if you need possibly a review or just more information on the product, on how it works, you can ask me that as well. I've been using these Astros for 3+ years. This mouse is fairly new to me, but this monitor is also new, but the BenQ I've had for quite some time now. But again, you guys can ask me about any of that stuff and I am here for you. But other than that, I think that is all for today, and this is Nova signing off.